Reflections and distance on the coordinate plane. I can plot points in all four quadrants of the coordinate plane. I can use signs of ordered pairs to reflect points on the coordinate plane, and I can calculate the distance between 2 points on the coordinate plane. Okay, so for each ordered pair, we're going to do the following. Plot and label the point, reflect the point across the x-axis, and label the new point. So let's do one. Is 4, 1. And that's A. Now we're going to reflect this across the x-axis. So we need to know this is the x-axis. So if this is 1 up here, that means I'm just going to move it to 1 below or on the other side of the x-axis. So what's our new point? So our x value is still 4, and our y value is now -1. Next one, B, -3, +4. And I'm going to reflect that across the x. So I'm going to say, well, that's 4 away from the x. So I need to go in the opposite direction where I'd reflect it and go 4 away. That's going to be B prime. So what is the coordinate there? It is -3, -4, because I go down 4 now. The next one is 5, -2. It's right there where my A is. That's C. And I'm still going across the x-axis, and I can see, well, I am 2 away from my x-axis there, so that means I need to be 2 away on the other side of the x. And my coordinate there is 5, 2. 0, -7. So we're down here. That's D. And I am 7 away. So that means I need to be 7 away in the opposite direction. And if we were to label that, our x would stay the same and our y would become the opposite or positive. So refer back. Let's just look at C. What happened to C? My x value stayed the same and my y value became the opposite. So now we're going to do the same thing across the y-axis. So we have to know where the y-axis, first of all, is. So here's my y. I am going to reflect across the y-axis. So I have 4, 1. And so to get to the y, I go 4 spots. That means I'm going to go 4 spots on the other side as well for the reflection across the y. So we have A and A prime. So my coordinate for that is -4, 1. So we have -3, +4. That's going to be B. And I went 3 away. So B prime is going to be over there. And that means I have a +3 and a +4 is the coordinate. So 5, -2 is C. I want to go across the y, which is also going to be 5 away from my y, C prime. So that is -5, -2. And then negative 3, 0, which is D. And I'm still going across the y. Don't let it confuse you that it's on the x-axis. And that's D prime. So that is 3, 0. So that, now if we go back to the y, we can look at the same coordinate here. And we can see the y values stayed the same, but the x values became opposite. Okay, this is a you try it part, so go back to the previous two problems and see if you can make a generalization here. Okay, we're going to determine the distance between A and B. So let's find the coordinates of A. It is 4, 8, and the coordinates of B are negative 9, 8. So that means over here that this is 4 away, 4 spots away from the y, and this one is negative 9 spots away from the y. So the distance between those two is if we put those together. So if we wanted to write that out, we could use the absolute values to find the distance. So the absolute value of 9 is 9. Absolute value of 4 is 4. And the distance is 13. So describe how the coordinates of A and B are similar. So what is similar between A and B? I would say the y value is the same value. Do we see that? 8 is the same in both. Write an expression using the coordinates of the points to calculate the distance. Write an expression using the x-coordinates of the point to calculate the distance. So this is what we just looked at, where we are finding the distance. So it is going to be the absolute value of 9 plus the absolute value of 4. 9 plus 4, because the absolute value of negative 9 is 9. Absolute value of 4 is 4, and that's 13. Okay, your turn. You try it.